Click on 2, and we're in. So if it's designed to open up a 5-pin, this Lishi KW1 for just residential knobs, which that's what this is, it just got through like nothing. Welcome to the channel, everyone. This is Mike with Door and Lock Tips. You're going to love the show today. We're going to be talking about Lishi picks, the ones used for the United States of America. Only those picks. I'm not going to show you any other pick that would be used in foreign countries, because what's the point? We don't pick those locks. You're never going to run across them here, so why buy a Lishi pick that won't have nothing to do with a lock you're going to find out in the wild? So we have a great pick here. Click on one, we're in. I'd say that lube helped. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? This is the next in the series. I have a list. Check my community post out. This list you can print off. These are the only picks you can get for the United States right now from Lishi. There's some knockoffs in here too, a couple of them, but you need the knockoffs to get through some of the U.S. locks that one of these style of picks would get through. So check out that community post. So we have a KW1 pick. This is a Lishi pick, and it is built so beautiful, you won't believe it. All stainless steel. This is called Lishi Original. There's all kinds of picks that you can get for in the $30 or $40 bracket in the KW series, but you're going to be wanting to pay a little more. You want the original. It has a red sticker on the back, but it's built so nice. I can say this one is really indestructible. You can crack them. I have a video where I broke one. I slammed it in the door and snapped the stainless, because the stainless is pretty brittle. So it gives high tensile strength, evidently. It's a great pick. It's hinged. And I found something though, guys. If you stay till the end, I have something right in this bag. I'm not going to tell you until the end. It can defeat this pick. I mean, hands down, defeat this pick. This pick cannot get through one of these quick set pin tumbler locks if you do something that I have in this bag. Oh, it's so cool. And I'm going to show you, by use of an Avis lock, of all things. They have a patented little window on their cylinder. I'm going to show you something by just adding what's in this. Turn this way. Adding what's in this bag. And these are from Kwikset. If you add this in, you won't be able to get through with a Lishi pick anyway. There's just something it does that makes it pick resistant, but really pick proof with a Lishi KW1 pick. You can't get through the Kwikset cylinder with what's in this bag. And I'm going to prove it by showing an up-close shot. So let's get into this video. I think you're going to love it. This is such a great pick. It's all stainless steel, like I say, and the neat thing is it gets through a KW5. KW5. I don't want to get mixed up with Schlage. That's KW4. That's SC4. So I don't want to say that. It's KW5. This will go through a KW5 if it's only pinned 5-pin. So how would you know, though, that you're encountering a KW5 cylinder? Good question. Can't really tell. There's some tells. Yeah, there's some tells. And I'll explain it to you in the video. So let's get into the video. We're talking again about Lishi KW1, made for the United States of America, quick set locks. And it came right out of this box. I highly suggest you get one of these tool cases for your Lishi picks. I have all these picks right there in that box. This is the go. We're in. Oh, we got in same cylinder, cut differently. List, and they just fit in that box. So let's get into the video. Yeah. Here's the KW1 Lishi pick close up. Look at this beauty. It's solid stainless. If it has this red sticker on the back, you know it's original. It's ground on the edges, flat, not round, and works like a charm. Little knurled handle, which does not come off. That's for picking. Great pick. Hey guys, here's the secret weapon. If you want to defeat the Lishi altogether, get the number 7 pin. I bought these from UHS Hardware. Came in this nice little bag. These are factory original quick set, and that's the number 7 pin. And the pin length is 310. That'll be important later in the video. So there's the bag. Great bunch of pins. So it's a 310. The outside dimensions of the pin is 115. The length is 310. And it's a number 7 bottom quick set pin. So now, how do we defeat Lishi? I'm going to show you by this window. There you have it. Here's this list that you can check out on my community post. That number 9 Lishi pick KW1-R. I added the R because it's a right hand. They have an R and an L. We're going to be going over the L too. But here's the picks you can get for the United States. And if you just type in your browser what I say for each line item of a pick, it'll pop up and you'll get to buy these just for the USA locks. There we have it. Oh yeah, great pinning stand and picking stand. I love this thing. I'll have a link down in the description. Here's some padlocks, various shapes and sizes. I know you guys have different collections, but I just picked up the ones for the USA. That's the great little collection. And we're going to get into the Lishi for the United States of America. Here it is, KW1. Start with what it was built for. A lock that is common to most of the front doors of your house. This came out of a key and knob. We're going to pick right through this bad boy. Got to click on 2. Oh, we're in. Look at that. Oh, you got to learn these picks. It's a great place to buy your pick. Let's see the price on this. This would be my price, $70. That's what it cost. It's even a discount. Right now, I think I paid $100 and maybe $100 for the pick originally. And this is called Locksmith Keyless. Great place. I've had great success buying unusual things from these guys. They are Locksmith Supply House. And there is the pick. Isn't that cool? Okay, I've got it set up in my pinning vise. The neat thing about this pinning vise, it allows you to hear clicks quite easily. It's hollow, and believe it or not, that makes for an easy way to hear when you get a click from your pins. So you get great feedback on a hollow pinning stand. And it holds pretty much any size you're going to get into. It won't hold a full lock. That's why you're going to have pan of ice. But I'll put a link down to this in my description from Amazon. So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, I highly suggest you lubricate your cylinders before you get going on them. So I made a secret concoction, and check out my videos on this. Put a little bit in there, and then, ooh, I've run out. I'm gonna have to reload this thing. Now remember, you can't eat this, or you wouldn't want to let the kids get a hold of it. But you make a nice little slurry of it. There we are, we're in. Look at that, we're in. Hooray, we're in. Triflow and Lab's Lab Lube. I mixed it together. It's Teflon and dinosaur fluid, but it makes for a great picking adventure. And I'm sucking it up in a syringe. You can get these from Hobby Lobby and stuff like that. Get that reloaded. I'm just pulling backwards on the syringe and it's going right up in here. Okay, I think I got some now. Got enough inside the syringe. This is really for professionals, guys. Splooge some down in there. Take your key and work it inside the lock. There we go. Work it in really good, and you want to wipe off the excess. You want to wash your hands thoroughly. Get all the excess off. All right, let's get picking. Let's see how fast you can get through this. Now, I have not practiced, so that might be good or bad. I don't know. Maybe it's bad. Remember, stay till the end. You'll find out how this defeats the Lishi pick. This one right here. You cannot pick a quick set lock if you use one of these. A little loose. Tighten it up in the vise. Okay, here we go. I've got the slightest tension on the tension arm. Let's see how it goes. I have not practiced today at all. So I know this is 5-pin. This is the common cylinder in probably your front door right now. So here we go. Five is pretty set. 4 feels like it went down. I'm not getting much feedback out of this. 2's down. There, I got a nice click out of 1. So remember, you got to get the binding order. So 1 set. Nothing really on 2. I thought I felt 3 go. Nothing on 4. Ooh. 5 just went down all the way there. And I felt the tension arm slightly give. So let's go backwards. And you want to touch the pins slightly just in case you rock them a little bit with the tip of the pick, and it might help get you past that shear line. Nothing on 3. Ooh, felt 2 go. Oh, 2 probably went back. Yeah, 2's going back. Three is set. Got to click out of 4. Got to click out of 2. Got to click out of 1 again. Nothing on 3. Nothing on 4. 5 is probably not set. Neither is 4. Nothing on 3. Nothing on 2. Boy, I find these stubbier Lishi picks, they're pretty much unforgiving if you overset. We're going to say I overset this bad boy. Let's try it again. Five is going down. Got a nice click on 5. All right, I'm holding my tension lighter and I'm going slower. Got a nice click on 4 right up top. Nothing on 3. Nothing on 2. Right there, I think I got a little teeny click out of 1. 2's probably set. 3's set. I heard something go back. There, got a click on 4. The tension arm moved. So 4 is making the tension arm move. There we are, we're in. Look at that, we're in. Hooray, we're in. Isn't that cool? So I don't know, take a couple of minutes. Get so used to these Lishis getting through in 30 seconds. Makes you feel like you're a failure if you can't get through in a few seconds. I'm going to show you this HPC spinner. So we're turned right now. See this? It's unlocked. I'm going to spin it the opposite direction. So I'm going to spin it clockwise. So you just turn in the direction you want to go. You stick this little beak inside the lock. Push the button at the end. Watch how fast this goes. See that? I picked it the other direction now. So that means, I'm not having success with that lately. I got 2 fails out of this. It didn't go fast enough. You know, I think you got to get it more towards the shear line. Get it right up by the shear line. But I highly suggest you buy this HPC. This is a great spinner tool. You got to have it if you pick the wrong direction. So we got through this bad boy. This is common to the US of A. That'll be in your front door lock. So let's open up another one. Okay, guys, I've got one that I master pinned. I master pinned a quick set, and I'm cheating a little bit because I have the key. Now, if you didn't know, this cylinder was only pinned 5 pins. You could get started on it and you wouldn't know about that last pin in the end. So you have to buy the KW1 Lishi pick. It's longer and you got to have it because you got to test to see if you run into a regular key and knob commercial key and knob KW5, it'll have 6 pins. 6 chambers, but it's only pinned 5, which is common. So let's put it in here and see if I can pick through it. We'll put this over in the stash pile. I like this little vise because I get such great feedback from it. It's easy to handle, unlike the Panavise, which you have to have, but Panavise is big and bulky. And this thing is teeny. Look how little that is. Isn't that cool? And it's just about the right height for picking. So this is the keys that can go through this cylinder. Let's just test it. That is, what is this key? That's the master key. So you can master pin up quick set. And here's some other change keys. I don't know which one really goes to this. Yeah, that one. Oh, that's the Grandmaster. So I have some submasters underneath this. This is quite a big system. So let's get into it. First of all, I'm going to splooge it with my secret weapon. Put a little bit of splooge in there. You don't have to put a lot. Then I use this little stand. It's for, I got it from Amazon, but it's for jacks. And you can set all kinds of your little goodies on top of stuff like that. So you don't get it all over your pinning mat, because you don't want that oil and grease and all that stuff all over your pinning mat. Oh, let's take the key and shove the key down his throat. We're going to work it in. I have not lubricated this lock. So you need to lubricate your locks. If you're going to have any success in picking with the Lishi picks, you have to lube them, guys. Otherwise, you're going to get real frustrated. I think that's where I failed in the beginning using Lishi. I did not lubricate. So I had to invent that concoction secret weapon so that I could get through these things. Let's go ahead and stick it in again. Well, make sure we get all this stuff off. And you can, and I highly suggest, you have a blank, because a blank is going to push that up the most. So it'll get all that lube way up in there. And that's all you're ever going to have anyway. If you walk up to pick a job, you're not going to have the real key, or otherwise, why are you picking? We're in. All right, let's go ahead and take the Lishi pick and stick it down. This is actually a KW5 cylinder, but it's only pinned 5 pins. You know, I should show you something though. Hold on, let me go get something. So here's my KW5. You have to have this pick. You have to have the KW5, the KW1, right and left. You need all 3 of these if you're really going to be proficient at using this tool. So how would I know that this is only pinned, this cylinder is only pinned 5 pins? Well, you can feel the spring or the pin at the end of this cylinder. Wow, that took a little getting it in there. I almost thought it wouldn't work. So you're going to have to kind of wiggle the pick to get it all the way seated in the face here. Now let's just see if this number 6 pin is missing. Yep, there's no number 6. Look at, there's no tension on it, no spring, nothing. But there is a number 5. Could pick this lock with the KW5. In fact, it might be easier, but that's for another show. Let's get back to this KW1. All right, I'm going to stick it in. So that's it. You got to have both picks. That's the moral of the story. That'll be my tip for the day. Get all these picks. KW1, KW1L, and the KW5. We're going to put the slightest of tension on it. Here we go. Better tighten that up a little tighter. in my vise. All right, there we go. And the cool thing is this vise doesn't crush the cylinder. So remember, we got about, I don't know how many shear lines in here, tons of master wafers. Got a little click on 5. Nothing on 4, it's solid. Little down on the 3. Nothing on 2. Nothing on 1. So you kind of want your finger at the end of the tension bar. So 5 is set. 4 feels really firm. 3 feels set. 2 might be way down there. And 1 is nothing. I'm going to lighten up a little bit on the tension. Oh, wow. See, I got so many shear lines in here, guys. It quite literally is master pinned up to a huge system. Nothing on those others. Okay, so 5 is down there. 4 is down. 3 feels set. 2 might be down as well down there. Wow. Gotta find that, the order here. We're gonna start over. In fact, I'm gonna try opening them up in another direction. I had it too tight in the vise. It was binding up the cylinder. Can't open it if it won't turn. So I reapplied the vise in the right spot. All right, let's go ahead and pick this. Got a little click on 5. Little click on 4. A little click on 3. 2 feels set. Ooh. Well, probably 2 shear lines down there on 1. I've pushed 2 pin down again. No real great feedback out of this master pin setup. 4 feels set. No good clicks coming out though. Oop, got to click on 5. Got to click on 4. Got to click on 3. You know what it is? I got to get pushed past the point of hard. Got to click on 2. Oh, we're in. Look at that. Oh, you got to learn these picks. So I was stopping just as it was wanting to go to the shear line. So let's pitch this in the picked pile. All right, that's 2 down. What's the next one? Let's get a regular one here. This is a KW1 or 5. Can be used in either situation. It's drilled 6 and it is only pinned up 5. So those are only 5 pins in there. And the only way you could really find that out is you would have to take your KW5 pick and slide it down its throat, This would be on like a regular key and knob. And see, it goes all the way in. And let's just see if the number 6 is there. No, there's nothing there. So you'd say to yourself, oh, I can use my KW1 pick. So let's go ahead and put it back in the vise. And we'll put it so it doesn't pinch it. And I'm going to have to really check that. Put the master key back in. That's the Grand Master. Oh, wait. This is not set up. That whole system's dead now. I only pinned up one cylinder with that master key setup. Okay, this is super simple. There's no master wafers in here. Turns nice. Really simple. All right, let's see if I can get it picked. Now I'm going to put some splooge down there. You can see right down inside of it. It needs some help. I'm going to splooge it. And I like to take just a regular non-cut key, shove it down here, really work it. This won't turn the cylinder, which is good because you wouldn't be doing that anyway out in the field. Clean off your splooge, clean off the face, go ahead and run it in there again. This will not bind your cylinder up, by the way. This stuff's unreal. Tri-Flow and lube to the rescue. All right, stick that in there. Let's go ahead and try to pick this. I feel more hopeful this time. Got tension on it. I'm going all the way in, all the way. I'm all the way in the cylinder. I'm going to pick number 5. Got to click on 5. Got to click on 4. These are very firm cylinders. Nothing like Schlage. I could pick those in flat, just 30 seconds flat. Number 3. Got to click on 3. I love this hollow base. I can hear all the clicks. Nope. It's right about there, I think. And 1. Nothing on 1 or 2. You can easily overset it doing what I just did. Let's go back on 5. 5 needed to be reset. 4 is just going all the way to the bottom. 3. Got to click on 3. Now I got to quit putting a bunch of tension on here. Nothing on 2 or 1. Probably 3 is what needs to go. Ooh, right there. 3, got to click. Yeah. Go back to 2. No. Got a good click on 5. Got to click on 4 way down there. Nothing on 3. Let me look at this key, guys. Oh, it's nothing crazy. I'm having trouble picking these quick sets with this. Let's start again. I'm going to go the opposite direction. Let's push down on it. I'm going to do counterclockwise. Got to click on 5. Nothing on 4. Got to click on 3, but nothing feels good. Got to click on 2. Ooh, I got a good click on 1. Come on, baby, open up. Got a good click on 2. 3 is probably there. 4 is, no, that's pitiful. Got to click on 5. 4 is nothing. Oop, probably overset 3. I'm going to start over. You know, quick sets all over the United States, you got to learn how to pick it. And this is the easiest pick you're going to find to doing it. Got to click on 5. Click on 4. Let's see what 3's doing. I'm thinking I overset 3. Overset 2. Got a good click on 1. Got to click on 2. Overset 3. Overset 4. Got to click on 5. Yep. Let's see if it's working. I got to blame this on something. It works great. We all want that 30-second open. I should have probably given up. We're going to go counterclockwise. Got to click on 5. Nothing on 4. Nothing on 3. Nothing there. Maybe 1. Nothing on 2. I got to click on 3. All springy on 4. Everything just went back. We'll try it clockwise again. Nice click on 5. Got a good click on 4, and that is the way I'm looking at the key. That's right. Now these need to be way, way up there. Got to click on 3. Maybe a click on 2. Maybe 1. 3 feels right. 4 is non-binding again. 5 is there. 3 is set. Nothing on 4. Nothing on 2, nothing on 1. I can't pick this thing. Great. Junk. It beat me. All right, so that's good to know. Can't pick it. You know what? Let's try it with the Lishi KW1, just for fun. Let's give it a shot. Nothing on 6. Got a little click out of 5. Got a nice click on 4. Am I really overset 3? Got a nice click on 2. Beautiful click on 1. Boy, this feels right now. 3, it looks set. 4 is just pushing down. Let's see if got a click on 4. Got a click on 5. 3. Oops. Boy, when you go over, you can feel it. 1 looks set. 2. 3 is way wrong. I'm getting very frustrated. So I ditched that cylinder. I've got another one just like it coming up. Please subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and tell your friends. Let's get back to the show. All right, we got another one. Let's try it. It's just like the other one. Drilled 6 5-pins. We want to lubricate it. Boy, I'm feeling very beaten today. So there was the one I couldn't pick through. This one feels super simple. Why can't it just be? Why can't it be simple? All right, we're going to go with the KW1. Got it in there. Got a nice click on 5. Nice click on 4. Three feels overset. Nice click on 2. Nothing on 1. Well, 3 and 2 and 1 are messed up. I think 4 set. 4 and 5 are set. Maybe 3 just there. Maybe 2. We'll try it the other direction. Nice click on 5. We had that going clockwise as well. Nice click on 4. Now you got to be real careful with 3, 2, and 1. Nothing on 3. Nothing on 2. 1, look at that. Springy. All right, got to click on 2. 3 is totally bound up. Hey, I got a little click out of 4. I felt 5 move. I can't get 3 to move. Got a nice click on 1 again. Try 3. Boy, I'm pushing so hard. My finger's hurting. There we go. Oh, we got in. Same cylinder, cut differently, pinned differently. Wow. Success. This bad boy was easier. Same cylinder as this one I couldn't pick through. And I got through that one in, what, 30 seconds? Some of them you're going to have to spend half a day, I guess. So we got that. We got 3 of them that we actually opened. So the 4th one, key and knob. Let me go get it. We've got our pan of ice set up. Got a whole old, this is a really old ball-handled lock taken out of an apartment. We're going to see if I can pick through it. I'm standing up. Let's see. Boy, look at how worn out that thing is. So this is what you're going to encounter in the field. All right, here we go. Click on 5. Oh, I did lubricate this, by the way. You got to click on 4. 3 is solid. Nice click on 2. And we're in. So if it's designed to open up a 5-pin, this Lishi KW1 for just residential knobs, which that's what this is, it just got through it like nothing. I mean, I didn't even spend 10 seconds. How long did I spend on there? 40 seconds? Let's try it again, just for fun. Wow. Try it again. Here we go. I have not picked this today. I haven't picked any of these locks today. And I'm standing up in an awkward position. So let's try it again. Hopefully you can see this pick. I don't want to shove the pick out. Let me try to get this a little better positioned. All right, this is better. Let's try it again. Going clockwise. I don't feel nothing. Let's start fresh here. Nothing on 5. It's stuck in the keyway. A little click on 4. 3 is solid. Got to click on 2. 1 feels like it's there. 3 is solid. Nice click on 4. We're in. Way different. Look at that. Way different. Hooray, we got through this bad boy. So that is our, what, 5th lock? Let's go to the 6th, which is the padlock. And I'm going to show you now, I promised you, if you stayed till the end, I'm going to show you how 1 pin can change everything. We have the Avis lock. This thing is definitely pinned up with 6 pins. And I can count them right on the KW5 key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cuts. So we already know the Lishi KW1 will not get through this because it can't reach that 6th pin. But what if it was only, this thing was only pinned 5? It could have been, but it wasn't. I opened it up and looked. Let's check this out. We can tell just by using this tool, KW5 tool. See, 6 has got a spring in it and a pin. 5 has it. So does 4, 3, 2, 1. All right? So you may say, oh, this is wonderful. I love this lock. I can get through it with a KW5 and probably can. So let's go ahead and vise it up, but I'm going to show you something inside. If you stay till the end, I'm going to show you some secret weapon. You can defeat any of the Lishi picks for the KW system, KW1 or 5, if you put a number 7 pin in, guys. You're going to freak. Oh, let's just show you right now. Maybe it'll make you happier. You know, we got to know the secret, don't we? Oh, I love that sound. That sounds good. I wish I always had them open like that. Now, in here is a screw. Now, remember, this is a patented system. So we got it open. Take the key out, and you take your Phillips, because there's a screw way down in there. We're going to get that out and see the cylinders coming out. Screws loose. There's this patented cylinder. Look at this cool thing. Now, I wrote on it, so I know just how to work with this thing. There's the window of all the pins. And you don't have to take it apart to repin it. You just use it just like it is. And guess how you do it? There is a retaining pin right back here by the tail of the lock. Not by the front, but in the back. You push that and you go that direction. So you need the key in it. Now see that window? We're going to repin it through that window. But first, we got to get it to move. So you push this pin down. Get the key to turn so it holds that pin down. Let me show you this right close up here. All right, now I don't want to dump out the pins, so I just turn it over this direction, and there's all the pins. And they are true quick set pins because I pinned it myself. I don't even know if this came pre-pinned. So this cylinder is called an 83 series. 83 series. So now, how do we defeat Lishi? I'm going to show you by this window. Now Lishi has a certain thickness to it when it goes into the lock. Let's just see what the thickness is. The thickness is 218. So nothing, if it was thinner, you couldn't defeat it with a number 7 pin. 217, 218. That's the thickness of the Lishi pick. So all the pins are in there from the factory, or I put them in, I think. So they're all to the shear line perfectly, not sticking above the shear line. Notice that? gently, let's take out one of these pins. Now here is the number 7 pin. This defeats the Lishi because it's so long. The body of the Lishi pick runs in to that number 7 pin. So if you want to tell your locksmith to make your front door Lishi pick proof, put in this number 7 pin, just like so. See, it's almost to the shear line, guys. Almost there. And when you use any Lishi that goes into the KW setup, KW1 or KW5, let's just turn this around so you can see. So it's going to be this pin right here that is going to go up, and you're going to see go up with just the pick itself. I got to make sure I do not do this wrong. That pin is above the shear line. See it? Right there, number 7. It's sticking above. So no matter what you do, you can't pick the lock because just the body, the thickness, this part right here is too thick. If it was even just a couple, maybe 5,000, 6,000 smaller, it would work. But it isn't. So Mr. Lishi knows that nobody uses the number 7 pin anymore, so he didn't build his pick for it. So let's take this pin out of here. I love this idea they've got here for window. Throw that pin out, which is the number 7. Great pin. We'll put back in the original because we're going to pick this bad boy just for fun. Look at how neat that is. And all I got to do is turn it with my finger. Look how neat that is. All I got to do is turn this with my finger and get it to click, because now that pin is not going to let us go past that window opening. It just won't. So if you put in the key and you turn the cylinder, you're not seeing the pins again in the window, because this pin right there won't allow it to go past that point. It's spring loaded. That is really a neat system. Okay, let's pick this bad boy. Let's put it back in the lock. Isn't that a nice lock, Avis? I know you guys can cut through it and do all kinds of stuff to it, but for, let's say, a locker for your kids, this is a great lock. All brass. So there's the screw, it's tightened. Lock it back up. Make sure the key works. Works great. Let's put it in a vise. Welcome back, guys, to the special ending. I'm going to show you a bonus video. This is going to be the Avis lock, and I learned something quite interesting about this lock. I spent many hours working on it, and the cool thing about Avis, unlike a residential lock, let's say you just have this key and knob lock, which I could pick through quite easily. This bad boy has 6 pins in it, and you see that? It's spring loaded. This is not spring loaded. If I want to pick through this lock, get a key for it, well, or any lock, if I want to just pick through this lock, when I turn the key, it does not spring back. See that? It just stays where it's at. But on a padlock, it springs back. So what you need to do, look at that, springs back. I mean, we're talking heavy spring tension here. So if you're going to use a Lishi pick, we're just going to go ahead and pick this. I'm going to show you. I found the easy way of doing it. And that's what we want to know, right? We want to know if it can be done. Now, this is a bonus point because I'm using the KW1 Lishi pick. Great pick, but we're talking about the KW1. I couldn't help myself. I was so flabbergasted trying to pick this lock. You're going to love it because it can be picked pretty quickly. Now, what you want to do is you want to grab a hold of this tension bar, and you want to put quite a bit of tension because you're going to have to overcome the final pin. When you pick all 6 of these pins, there's going to be a pin in the end that is going to have the feeling like you picked it, but you're going to have to overcome the tension. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. You're going to grab a hold of the lock pretty heavily, and you're going to start. You can start all the way at number 1 here, or you can start at 6. It doesn't matter. You might find the picking order, the tension just different on some locks than others. But what I'm trying to get across is if you're going to pick one of these ABUS locks, you're going to have to overcome the tension. So those first pins, I feel them going down, but I don't hear any clicking. So in the beginning, you have to adjust your tension. You're going to go lighter to get the tension of the first pins till you get to the 6th pin. Watch, the 6th pin picked, let's put it that way. Nothing on 1. Got to click on 2. So I've released the tension until I get to that 6th pin. This could be the make or breaker of this whole lock. Now see, it just turned. So this tension bar just turned. So there's probably spool pins in it, but that doesn't matter as long as you don't overdo it in the beginning. I've only picked 2 of these now. So picked 2 of these chambers, 1 and 3. So we're on 5. Nothing on 5. Nothing on 6. Back to 1. Nothing on 1. Everything is solid as a rock. I'm going to release some tension. Nothing on 4. Nothing on 5. Go back to 1. 2. 3. 4. Okay, I got to click on 4. Now I've really released some tension. So now we've got, how many? We got 3 pins picked. We got 4 pins picked. Now the final pin, when you finally get a click out of it, well, see, I had it picked and I couldn't feel it until I applied more tension. Because you got, watch, I'm just let it go. Okay, guys, watch this. See that spring tension? And when you got the key into it, or the hasp into it, watch when I click this. Look at that. Look at how much tension. It popped it right back. That's incredible. So let's try it one more time. All right, you first of all, you don't put a lot of tension on it, okay? Because it's a KW5. You don't need a lot of tension. Nothing on 1. And you can tell, see it springed. Nothing on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So really, I'm not adding enough tension. So let's get a little more tension. But when you get to that final pin, oh man, that's the breaker, isn't it? Okay, got to click on 2. You see You see the bar? It turned. So we've got some spool pins in there. I got one picked. And it was the number 2 chamber. Now see, I'm wanting to put more tension than I need to. Nothing on 3. Nothing on 4. Nothing on 5. Okay, got to click on 6. Nothing on 5. I heard a pin go back. Heard another pin go back. Now, see, we just got we got clockwork's turn here. It's kind of hard to keep count when a pin goes back. But keep in mind your final pick, that whatever that pin is, got to add more tension. So I've got way too much tension. See, they're all solid as a rock. So let me lighten up on the tension. Way light. I'm way light on the tension. Nothing on 3. Nothing on 2. Nothing on 1, 2. Okay, 3 got a click out of it. Nothing on 4. Nothing on 5. Got to click on 6, but really it's past. It's all the way down. Let's let that come back up. Maybe right there. Click on 6. Nothing on 5. 4. Nothing on 3. Okay, 2, I just got clockwise rotation. Got to click on 1. Three, I think I just pushed down to shear line. Let's feel it. Okay, so let's start over because this thing needs to be started over. All right, we're going to do it one final time to test our theory out about the final pin having to have more spring tension because of the way the lock has spring built into it already. Unlike a residential, there is no spring loading in there. All right, let's go on the first chamber. Nothing on 1. Got a good click on 2, so we got 1 chamber picked. Nothing on 3, and I got, look at how much movement I've got on that. I went clockwise on the tension bar. So probably a lot of spool pins in here. Nothing on 4. We've got 1 cylinder picked. 1 chamber picked. Nothing on 5. Nothing on 6. They're solid as a rock. Let off on the tension. I got barely any tension on this, guys. It's basically the spring. Okay, I got to click on 1. Right there. It's probably right there. I'm going to reapply the tension. Got to click on 2. So 2 chambers are picked, 1 and 2. 4 is solid as a rock. Okay, 5 is picked. Okay, we got more clockwise rotation. So there's lots of spool pins in here. So 3 of these are picked. Okay, we got counter rotation going on. Got 4 is picked, and it's open. I wouldn't have known that if I wouldn't have realized that there's spring tension. I would have thought, oh, I'm not picked. and I would have just continued with that same tension because it's so hard on your finger when you're holding that. You think you haven't picked the lock. So that's my advice. When you pick these locks, these Avis locks, or any of these spring-loaded locks, and you're using a Lishi pick, apply tension on the final pin. Keep testing. Maybe you've got them all picked, and maybe one just needs to be slid just a hair, but you're going to have to overcome the final spring tension. And this Lishi pick is fabulous. So I thought I couldn't get through these Avis until I realized that there's spring tension fighting me. It's the lock built in. It's in the tailpiece. So when you open this up, inside the lock, there's spring tension. Look at that. It just, watch it push back. See, it throws the key back. Watch. And that's the same thing you feel on your pick. You've got to overcome it to get through. That's my advice today. Thank you guys for subscribing, telling your friends, and I'll have more door and lock tips like this coming your way in the future. Thanks again, guys. Well, I'm glad you stayed. All right, I'm going to do something really cool. I'm going to pop this bad boy open. I'm going to take out the cylinder. Watch this happen. I'm going to take out the cylinder. You're going to buy these Avis locks. If you want to practice, get them with different cylinder configuration. You know, Schlage, quick set. You can get them with Best. You can get them with anything. You can get this prep all over the place. So buy that, and then you're going to get some custom setups. This is patented, so I'm going to follow my own directions. There's the window. There's the way you got to turn the key, and there's the pin I'm going to push down. I'm going to show you something really cool. You turn it by pushing that pin. That pin went underneath the housing. Now the pins are going to appear. Now I'm going to pop off the last pin. I'm just going to take it out, okay? Because I want to use the KW1 in it. So we got that last pin out. We'll pull the key. Well, actually I need to turn it, right? I need to turn it. And we're going to now engage this pin. There we go. This will still open it because there's 5 pins. I could drop them all down to 1 pin if I wanted to. We'll put this back in. Screw fell out. It's held by a screw. Let's tighten this up. Got it tightened up. Lock back up. Let's see if it works. It will. All right. Now, if you came on one of these, you can still open it. Let's get it in here so you can see it. You can still open it with your KW5, but that final pin, it's way in there, will have no spring tension at all. See it just laying there. Oh, no, wait a minute. You know what I almost messed up? There's a spring in there. Is the spring encapsulated? Hey, I got to check something, guys. I wonder if that spring is encapsulated in there. They may have done that. Let's pop this open and see if I can get the spring out. I popped the pin out. I don't feel anything binding up in there. Look at that. There's a spring in there. Let's see if I... Oh yeah, there it is. I felt it bind. Whew. All right, let's take this out again. Well, I love working with this cylinder in here. Their little patented cylinder is so cool. And the spring tension's inside the lock itself. So we got that out of there. We'll go ahead and put the key back in. And I almost messed things up, guys. There's a spring in that chamber I forgot to take out. Push in the pin. Oh, I dropped all the pins. No problemo. I think they fell right in order. That's a spool pin. Look at that, spool pin. So I just knocked out one of the top drivers. I'm going to have to take this all apart now. Stay tuned. Hey guys, so this might have been a good thing. I pulled all the guts out of it, and looky here, there's not just one or two spool pins. There's actually 6 spool pins. I don't want to lose any of these clips. And regular bottom pins. So you have 6 spool pins. And then regular springs. And if you do pop out that last pin like I did, and you turn that cylinder around, the spring and the top spool pin will engage into the bottom of the cylinder, and you're kind of ruined. So what you're going to end up with, like I did, is a bunch of destroyed springs because I made that one mistake. You know, when you're first working on these locks, you should probably charge double. But it works easily. You can repin the whole thing just like a standard cylinder and housing. So there you have it, guys. There's the inner guts of an Abus lock. Pretty cool, huh? Please subscribe to my channel, tell your friends, and I'll have more door and lock tips like this stuff coming your way in the future. Thanks, guys. Looky there. They snuck a really funky spool pin in there. Wow. Just has some slots on it. It's really not a spool pin. Good for them. Thanks again. Hit that like button. Hey guys, I might as well show you how to put this bad boy back together because, you know, it's cost me some pins and things, and I hate for you to go through the same nightmare because it is kind of a bummer. So what you're going to do is you got to load your top of your housing first. And you're going to start in the back. So back in here where the springs and the spool pins go in. So you're going to start in the center. You're going to load the center chamber. I'll put the spring in there. And my springs are a little bigger than what theirs were. Theirs were shorter, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And they had this funky spool pin. I'll just put that at the beginning. Just so I can, well, I'll put it in the center. How about that? Center. You put that in there. And you got to push it down. Kind of hard to get it and show you guys without my hands in the way. Okay, well, you heard that little click. That went in there. So I got the center one done. Kind of fun to see this if you've never seen it before. put a regular spool pin in. Boy, these are some nice pins, by the way. For a very inexpensive lock, they did a nice job. I don't know why so many people rag on these padlocks. They may be easy to pick open or something. Maybe that's what it is. But for the common person, just to go buy a nice little jewel like this, I think these Avis locks are beautiful. You know, it's not a Medico lock, but you're not paying $350 for it. I can see why these spool pins are so hard to work with, you know, to pick, because even just to push them in, it's hard. They get caught sideways in there. See, that's actually caught in one of the points where you'd get it caught and then it would have to go back in. Okay, so I got 3 of those things. I just got a phone call, guys. I just let you know. I got a phone call from a fella I know. His father had a Yale safe, and it's in the wall, and he found the paperwork on it. He was going to have me come over and rip it out of the wall, and you know, I'm not a safe cracker, but I can cut them open. Brute force entry. And I can't believe he found that paperwork. It really pays to do something with your paperwork so you don't lose it. And those safes are so hard to get into. Without the code, you're kind of up a creek. I mean, there is a tool by ITL that can get through a safe, but man, $9,000. See how that tips? This gives you a really good idea of what happens when you're picking. See that tipping and pinching inside there? And then, oh, that's tough. Okay, so we got them all in. And this is the front of the housing. So now, unlike other cylinders, and I'm not quite sure why they put this cover, spring cover, over one of these. They might want you to not put in this one, the one closest to the tail, until after you get the cylinder in. I'm not quite, oh, you know what? I wonder if it's because of this ridge. It might be. It might be that ridge. Well, I bet you that will catch that spool pin. I'm going to take it out. Just because I don't want to go through this, guys, I'm going to take it out because it's easy to do it. It actually slides sideways. Look at this. I don't want to lose it. So there's the spring. That's got to be it. That ridge. So there's the spring, and we want to take out the spool pin. So we got that out. I'm guessing, you know, I haven't messed around with one of these, but I'm guessing that's what it is. And there's the cover that slides back in that slot. I mean, why would they go to all that trouble unless they wanted that in last? I could call their tech support, but I'm just not going to. All right. Now there's a pin. Look at this cool pin. That pin that we're supposed to push down to turn and see these pins in the window. Well, look at it. It's pressed into place. So it's a little, what would they call that? There's a name for that. Can't quite remember it. But look at this. Pin does not come out. Isn't that cool? I don't know. Maybe you don't like these things. I love all this stuff. I'm going to push this pin down so I can get past it. All right, so we're in, and I'm just a quarter turn, and that will not allow that pin to get caught in anything up in the top. All right, I'm going to go ahead, and I don't need to load these, by the way, because I have a window. Probably saying, hey, you got to load in the bottom pins. Not really, not in this one. So I'm going to just push it through. All right, now you do not want, you want to load the bottom pins in, because remember, the top springs and the drivers will go right into there if you're missing a pin. I found that out the hard way, guys. If you're going to pull one of these pins and just have it a 5-pin, you're going to have to take it apart conventionally with the back. Here, we can go ahead and put this on. Let's put this clip in. It's an E-clip, so this little part goes right into, where is it? There's a little divot hole for the E-clip right there. All right, so we're going to put the clip in. But the cool thing is, when you put the clip in, you got to put the tailpiece in at the same time. I wish there was a way to know how this goes. Where's this tailpiece go? Whew, man. Is it stepped or something? Oh, it is stepped. Okay, there it is. It's stepped for that last pin. All right, now we're going to put our clip on. If I can get it. Boy. You know, if you ever see these in a factory being done, they're going through like grease lightning. Okay, we're going to push this clip in. Yeah, the clip's in that little hole that was on the top, and the tailpiece is now locked in because the clip holds it in. And I got to get this, I might have to tap on it a little bit to get that clip all the way. Let's put in the pins before I turn something. First, I'm going to put the top spool pin in. And the spring. Put it right back where it belongs. And there's sometimes a special little thing you hold this down so you don't lose it. So I'm going to try to make sure I don't lose this. Wonder how I can do this without tipping it over. I think this went in one way. Yeah, okay. I got that like that. Push the spring down. Push the clip over. And by the way, they had their spring caught. When I had to rip it apart, their spring was caught underneath that cover. So that's kind of nice. I wish all covers were like that, where you could slot them and push them in. All right, let's put in the pins. Where's mine? There it is. And these are not conical on both sides, so it doesn't matter which way you put them in. Oops. Of course, now you do have to put them in the right order. This is number 1. Is it? Maybe this was number 1. No. Ah, this is crazy, guys. I had these in the right order. Well, I'm going to have to find it. Maybe this is the one. Oh, you know what I'm doing wrong? You got to stick in the key, Mr. Walker. Okay. Now I'll know the order. Oh, this is a brutal job. I'm sweating crazy. All right, 1, 2. Let's see if it's not right. Because I got them out of order. Yeah, that's right. All right. Isn't that cool, that window? Okay, all the pins are back in. Now you can go ahead and turn it clockwise when that pin comes out, and everything should function. It does. Oh, so if you pull one of these pins, you can't just pull one of the pins and think everything's cool because you just have a spring. Well, I guess you could. Guess what? I just discovered why they have that top. If you want to make it a 5-pin, then you go ahead and pull this cover off, pull the top driver and the spring out, and then turn this little dog with the key. Oh, aren't these guys smart? No wonder they have it patented. So if you put this in and you push the pin and you turn it counterclockwise, I gotta get the pin pushed in. All right, now when you come around and you've got your 6 pins shown, right? And you can only really pull the last pin the way they have it figured out. You pull that last pin and then you pull the cover off of here and take the spring in the top driver, which is a spool pin, out, and then you can make it a 5-pin like nothing. That's pretty cool, and I'll show you what I mean. All right, pull that pin out. So that is number 6. And before you do this, before you turn it back, I guess I could do it just partially so the pins don't drop out. I pull the cover off. I don't want to lose that spring. Okay, I pull the cover off. I pull the spring and the top driver pin. And now, when I turn this, we don't have no problemo. No spring and no top driver is going to drive itself in there. And I guess if you're going to do your due diligence and you want to leave that last pin out, which you can now. Let's say you're pinning this up for somebody's house and they don't have a key that has 6 cuts in it. So now you can use this cylinder and match it up. You know, that's pretty easy to do. I mean, you could have done it a different way like I was going to do it. But with this cover, man, oh man, that's pretty simple. And that cover's going to want to fall off. But that's okay. I won't let it. Let's see, could it cause problems in there? Look in there. No, can't. So if I put it back in, how does this go? Big side in. Oh, is there a pin? Why is that not going in? Oh, you know what? I got that cover is. That cover. I must have knocked the cover off. You don't need the cover. Oh, you know what it is? It's this thing, this clip. clip is not wanting to go all the way in. That's kind of a bummer. Why won't that clip go down? Ah. Now the clip's down. Now it goes in. It's 5-pin. What I wanted to show you is I wanted to show you a KW1 Lishi pick get through this lock. You know, I was thinking the reason why I might not be able to get through this lock for easy is because I not only have been fighting spring pressure, but also it needs the super lube in there. This is my secret weapon, and I didn't do it. And it's obvious I'm having real trouble with this thing. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's get it really lubed up. It already feels better. What if I can walk through it? Super simple. I opened it with this lube. What if? Okay, it feels pretty good. We got to put this where I do not get it all over the place. Stick it back in the vise. Let's take the KW1, stick it in. Of all things, I didn't use my beautiful mixture, the secret weapon. You watch, I bet you it'll go right open. All right, we're gonna try number 5. Nothing on 5. Got a little click on 4. Nothing on 3. Got a good click on 2. 1 feels set. All those spool pins though, guys. 3. So I got 1 of them picked. 4 is real solid. I'm going to loosen up on, okay, 5. I got 5 picked. So I got, was it 2? I don't remember. So I got 2 of them picked anyway. Got a little bit of a click on 4. 3. There, 2. 2 clicked. 1 feels set. Got to click on 4. Click on 5. Little on 3. Oh man, this thing is nothing but trouble. Those spool pins are pretty good. So let's try it again. I'm going to hold my hand like this. I'm going to hold my hand around it a little bit. How about that? That might help. If I can feel the tension of the thing. All right. Nothing on 5. Click on 4. Nothing on 3. Got a good click on 2. Everything feels like it's set, you know, in place, but those spool pins are tipped. Let up a little bit on the pressure. Okay, I got to click on 5. 4 is there. Got to click on 2 again. That is not open yet. Click on 2. let 2 pins go back. Huh. All right, try it again. We're going to start from 1. 1 is really super bound. Got to click on 2. I guarantee you 2 went back. Click on 2. Nothing on 3. Got to click on 4. Got to click on 5. So 3 of them are picked already. Click on 2. I got clockwise rotation. Click on 1. We're in. I'd say that lube helped. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? All right, that was bonus. Hopefully I didn't bore you to death, but I just had to see how to do that with a 5-pin. I don't know if a 6-pin, if the KW1 will work easier. Sometimes, you know, honestly, sometimes when you put in the longer pick, it picks better. Let's just give it one try, just for fun. Come on. All right, 5's picked. 6 is picked. I mean, 4 is picked. 3 slid down. 2's picked. 1 fills there. 2 is there. 3 is there. 4 just picked. We got a click on 5. Nothing on 4 really, and 3. Got a good click on 2. No. Got a nice little click on 4. Got a good click on 5. I thought I'd get it open with that one. Good click on 4. Nothing on 3. Got a good click on 2. This thing should be open. Everything feels set. 3 is a little springy. Oh, I felt a pin go back. All right, 5 is down. I felt 5 go back. Okay, 5 is picked. 2 is picked. 3, you don't bet your 3s. I heard 5 go back. 5 is picked. It went back. So we're playing back and forth with that. Boy, I want to get through this so bad. Got to taste it. 4, got a good click on 4. Let's see, 5. Wait, that should work. I'm wondering if I'm going too far on that. Let's look at this key. So the 5th cut is a 3. Where are we at on that? Yeah, we're at a 3. Little more than a 3. Two, got a good click on 2. Man, oh man. Click on 4. Click on 5. Click on 3. I let 4 and 5 go back. Yeah. Well, I'll give it one more try and then I'm going to quit and let you guys go to bed. It's late. Nothing on 1. Got a nice click on 2. Three, I don't know. It's right there, I guess. Ooh, got a good click on 4. Got a nice click on 5. Click on 4. I keep playing this same tune. Keeps doing the same thing. I must have one of these pins that's sideways in here. That top driver. All right, I'm going to do it by the numbers. Look at my numbers. So the first cut should be a 5. So no binding on that. The second should be a 4. That's a 4. The third should be a 5. Nothing on 5. 4 should be a 2. See, that's where I went wrong, guys. I'm not going down far enough. That's where it should be a 2, right there. And the fifth, which is that cut right there, should be a 6. Fifth should be a 6. So it's right up by the top. 4 is done. 3, third one should be a 5. That's done. 2 should be a 4. Oh, you see forward rotation there, but we're not in. So number 1 should be a 6. I mean, a 5. It is. It's right on 5. This is right on 4. This should be a 5. It is. This should be a 2. Yep. And then the last one should be a 3. There's your problem right there. Watch. We'll go down to 3. Without any of the pins going back. Oh, boy. Okay, got it at 3. Yep. One of the pins must have slid. So let's go back. This should be a... let's see, this should be a 2. Yep. And then this one should be a 5. Kind of. Oh, we were almost in, guys. That should be a 3. This should be a... I mean a 2, or this should be a 3. Come on, baby. Even looking at the numbers, I'm having trouble with this. So the very first one, which is a number 5. The next one should be a 4. It is. The next one should be a 5. It is. The next one should be a 3. Is that? 2. It's not bound. And this one should be... That last pin should be a 3. There, we're in. Wow. Can't believe it. I was following them, the cuts, and I still had trouble. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your evening. Hit that like button. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. I love talking about Lishi, and especially this KW1 pick. It is a great pick. I'm going to give it 100% approval. Go ahead and get it for your lock sport enthusiast buddies if you want to give them a gift. If you are in the market for Lishi picks, get the KW1. It's a great pick. You need another pick along with it, though. And we'll talk about that pick. I think it's next on the list. Yes, it is. It's next on the list. And I'm glad I got to show you how adding one of these, which is a 7 bottom pin, adding one of these defeats the Lishi KW1. I'm glad I got to show you that, because if you want to add this pin to your lock cylinder, you don't have to worry about somebody coming up with a Lishi pick and getting through the cylinder. Highly suggested, guys. So please tell your friends, ring that bell. If you ring the bell, you'll get more videos of all these goodies, Lishi stuff for the United States. Please subscribe to my channel, tell your friends, and I'll have more door and lock tips like this stuff coming your way in the future. Thanks again, guys.